In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can build a wedding website. Now, the very first thing that we have to do when building this wedding website is choose a website builder to build this on. We are going to be using Hostinger, as Hostinger is by far the best website builder in terms of ease of use and affordability. I will leave my affiliate link to Hostinger in the description of this video, and if you sign up using that link, you can get up to 75% off all of your hosting. So once you are on this page, all we are going to do is click on Claim Deal right here. And then we have three different plans to choose from. Now, as we are creating a simple wedding website, we don't need anything too extreme, so we can go with the premium plan right here. The premium plan is going to give us access to the Hostinger website builder and is also going to give us a free professional domain. So let's go ahead and choose this premium plan. And in here, you can now choose how long you would like to have the website for. So usually if you are creating a wedding website, weddings are usually planned out around 12 months in advance. You could also go monthly if your website is planned out less than 12 months in advance, but it's a lot more expensive. As soon as we go to the monthly plan, this goes up to $11.99 per month and a $5 setup fee. So we essentially just get 2 months for the same price we can get a year. So definitely worth it. As you can see, it's only going to cost us $36 to set up this entire website because we don't need any paid plugins or anything paid aside from this. We get a free domain included right here, and they also offer this nice 30-day money back guarantee. Either way, we can go to continue, and in this area, we can now create our account. So all we have to do is enter in the email address that you would like to sign up with and the password you would like to create, and then click on continue. And from here, we can now choose the payment method that we would like to pay with. So you can enter in your card details, and then once that is done, we click here on submit payment. Once we have paid for Hostinger right here, it's then going to take us over to this screen, and it's going to ask who is this website for. Now this isn't super important, so we can just skip this. It's now going to ask if we want to create or migrate a website, and as we are creating our own website, of course, we are going to click on create. On this next section, it's going to ask us if we want to build our website on WordPress or whether we would like to use the Hostinger website builder. Now, WordPress is a little bit more advanced and we just don't need this when building a wedding website. So we want to go for the Hostinger website builder right here. And then finally, this is where we can choose our domain name with the free domain that we get for signing up with Hostinger. Now, when choosing a domain for your wedding website, I recommend keeping this short and simple so that people who are going to your website, your wedding guests, can easily remember this. As an example, something like Harry and Annabelle Smith would not be a very good domain for a wedding website as it's just way too long. Alternatively, sticking with these same names, harryandbella.com is going to be a much better domain as it is much more memorable. Another thing that I should mention here is if .com is available with your selected domain, this is the one that I would go for. And usually when creating a website, I would always say to go with a .com domain. However, because this is a wedding website and it is likely only going to be shared with friends and family rather than the entire internet, then realistically, you can go with any of these domains right here. But for this example, harryandbella.com is available, so this is the one that I'm going to select. And now all we have to do is enter in some contact details into this area, so your home address. And once we have that filled out, it's now going to go through and register this domain. Once your domain has been registered and we are now fully signed up with Hostinger, this is the screen that we will be taken to, and this is where we can start building the website. Now, by default, Hostinger is going to push us to create this with AI. However, the AI website builder is really not the best. So instead, what we are going to do is go down to use pre-made templates here at the bottom. And in here, you can see we have a bunch of templates that we can choose from to start building this website. However, we are building a wedding website, so let's go right back up to the top. And in here, where it says search all templates, we just want to click in and search for wedding. As you can see, we now have a few different wedding templates to choose from. So this is completely up to you which one you would like to go for. However, my favorite one, the one that I think looks the best and has the best features, is going to be this one right here called Festus. So it says Josh and Anna. This is how we know we are on the right one. So just click on select template. on this specific template. This is then going to load up the Hostinger website editor, and this is where we can now customize and change this default website to our own website with our own couple. The Hostinger website builder is extremely easy to use, so all we need to do to change the text and the images is simply just click in and change them. So right here, I'm going to go to Josh and double click on this, and then we can change this to say Harry. Up above the text, we also have some different options that allow you to customize the website more. So we can change the text color right here. We can change the style of this and how big the font is going to be. We can change the font style. We can change the font size, whether this is bold, italicized, underlined, and we have all of these different options. But I'm just going to go back to default. So we have Harry, and then I'm going to click into this section that says Anna, and I'm going to change this to say Bella. Perfect. What we also need to do is change the image of this couple right here. And to do this, we just click into the image, and then we can click on edit image right here. And on this right hand side, we can replace this image with our own image. So we just click in, and then this is just going to show you all of the default images that are being used on the website. But we just want to upload files and then upload your image of the couple. So I have my image right here. Let's click on select. And just like that, this is now going to be dropped in. Depending on the image that you put in here, it might look a little bit strange. Like for example, Harry is kind of hard to read now. So all we have to do to fix this is we can just click in, then go back into edit image, and then we can just go over to the shape and we can choose a different shape. So as you can see, if I set this to this diamond shape, this is going to look a lot better, and now these words are easily visible. Next, let's go down, and in here, this is where we can get our guests to fill out an RSPV form. So up here, it says, say I do. I actually really like this, so I see no reason to change this, but you can if you would like by just clicking in, and once again, changing this text. What we definitely do need to do, however, is change this date, because right now it is 2024, and this is just so far in the past. So I'm going to click in, and then we can change this to the wedding date. So let's set this to, so let's say this is in 2025. This is going to be in December. We're going to have a Christmas wedding, and this is going to be on New Year's Eve. So we can set the date, and then right here we have this RSPV button. Now, what the button is going to do is this is just going to link us over to another page that we already have with an RSPV form. To show you this, if we click into edit button, we can change the text if you would like, but we can see this is going to link to a page, which is our RSPV page. We can also go into style and you can change the button color if you would like, but we can change the background of this website later on. So for now, let's just leave this. To access and edit the actual RSPV page, all we need to do is go to this left-hand column and click right here into pages and navigation. And then we can see all of the pages that are on our website. To change the RSPV, we just click into the RSPV page, and this right here is our RSPV page. So if we go down, you can see we have the form submission right here. We have the name, the last name, the email and message. And if there is anything else that you would like to collect, we can just click in and edit the form. In the form settings, we can choose the email where the notifications will be sent when somebody fills this in. So if somebody fills this in, we will receive an email to the email entered here telling us that there was a form submitted and what was on this form. But to actually change the fields, we can go over to fields right here. And we can delete these if you would like to. So we can just go down and remove field. Or as an example, let's say we want to collect a phone number. We can add a new form field. Go for in this example, phone number would be short answer. Then we can just click down and change this to phone number. We can also rearrange these by clicking and dragging on these dots. So I'm just going to drag phone number right here to below email, and perfect. We now have the form set up. We can then go up and we can change this text if you would like. But the main thing that we need to change on this page is going to be this image. So once again, let's click in, and then we can click on edit section, and we can see we have the image right here. So once again, all we are going to do is click on replace image, upload a new file, the file that we would like to add here, and I'm going to drop this image in. Once the image has loaded in, we just click and select this, and as you can see, this is now going to be set. Once again, if you would like to change the text here, we can just click in and change the text. So we now have the RSPV page set up. I should also mention in here that not only will you be able to see all of the RSPV inputs in your email, but at any time, we can go back to Hostinger and come back into this editor. And anytime we are in the editor for this website, we can click on these three dots and we can see right here, form submissions. So I will show you a live example of this at the end and show you how this would look, but we can access an instant view of all of the form submissions right here on the editor. Now that we have that page set up, let's go back to pages and navigation. And in here, we want to go to the home page. Right now, the home page is hidden from the navigation menu, so we might want to actually add this. To do this, all we are going to do is click on these three dots and drag this from hidden with navigation into the main navigation. And on this homepage, we now have this top section complete. We can then scroll down to this next little section right here. And this is completely optional if you would like to have this. For example, you might not have enough images. So if you would like, you can delete this. But once again, this is easy to edit. We can click in and edit the text. Click here and edit the section. And then we just upload a new image into this bar. We can then scroll down, and in this section, we have our story. So I don't see a need to change this text, but of course, to change the image, we click in, edit image, and then we can replace this image with a new image right here. We just upload the file, and we can drop that in here. Then we have read more, and this is going to take us, when people click on this, to the Our Story page of the website, where we go more in detail. So to edit this Our Story page, let's once again go to this left-hand side, go to Pages and Navigation, and we are going to click into the story. The first thing that we have is just going to be some text and an image, which you already know how to edit. We just click in, edit image, and we can upload this. But then if we scroll down, we now have this text. So in this text, we can go in and we can change this. And maybe we want to say how we met. Then in this area for this text right here, all we have to do is click in, and then we can write a romantic paragraph or two about how the couple met if this is the section that we want to add here. So you can pause the video whilst you go ahead and fill this in. And once we have this page complete, and this now looks how you would like it to look, let's go back to Pages and Navigation and click back into Home. So we now have all of these sections complete right here. And the next section that we just have is View Itinerary. So I'm not going to go into changing the images. We just edit the section, replace the image. And then for the text, we can maybe say that instead of St. John's, this is St. Paul's Church. Maybe we even want to add a state in here, depending on where you are, if you are located in a different state from your family. And then in here, we can just change the date. So we said 31st of December, 2025. Then we have a button right here that is going to link to the View Itinerary page. So let's now go through and edit this page. To do this, we go back into Pages and Navigation. And in here, we can go to Itinerary. In here, we can then go through and change this heading at the top. So I'm going to say, join us at St. Paul's. And we might even want to add a date on here. We've got to think about how people use the website. They might not scroll down to this section. They might just click along the top and click into Itinerary. So it might also be a good idea to once again add a date and say on December 31st, 2025. Perfect. We can then go down and add an itinerary for the wedding right here. And all we have to do this is just click in and edit each of these individual sections. Now, if you have more going on than just the 3 things in here, like maybe you have 4 or 5 or even 6 things that you want to add to the itinerary, and right now we don't really have enough space. So to get more space, all we are going to do is scroll down right to the bottom of this section, and right here we can adjust the section height. So we just want to drag this down, let's say to about here. We can adjust this at any time. And then all we would do is go up to this first piece of text right here, click on duplicate, and then we want to drag this down and make sure that this is the same distance in between. So to do this, all we are going to do is count squares. So if I hold this, I can count the squares right here, and I can see we have half right here at the top. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 until the next one. So this is already the half square. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to put it around about here. And perfect. This is now the same distance in between. Then all we have to do for this second one is duplicate this. And then we can drag this down. And we can see that there are 2 spaces right here, 1, 2, between the top piece of text and this bottom. So all we would do is just drag this down and make sure that there are 2 in between right here. And don't worry, this is not aligned in the middle. We just drag this along until we see this orange bar. And this means that this is now aligned in the middle. And then for this final section, we can drag this down and see once again there are 2 between. So we can just add this right here. And just like that, we now have the same width and distance between all of these. So once again, we can go through and we can just add the text right here. Then once we are finished, we just drag the section back up to just give a little bit of space underneath. And then the final thing that we need to do on this page is just edit this image at the bottom, edit section, and change the image. Or once again, if you have run out of images, we can just delete this. And we now have this section. There is now just one more page that we need to complete, and this is going to be the registry page where your guests can choose a gift for you on Amazon. So let's go over here to pages and navigation, and we will go back to home. Now, by default, with this template, this is not something that is included on the home page. So we do need to go ahead and add a button to this. But first of all, let's go ahead and set this all up with Amazon. So what we are going to do is we go to pages and navigation and then to registry right here. Once again, we can go in and we can change this image. I don't see the need to change this text. And then right here, we have a get in touch button, and the template basically gets them to contact us via email. This is not what we want to do, as this is not very effective. So in here, we can change this once again, but at the bottom, we can say, please click the button below to view our list. And for the button, we need to change the text and where this actually links to. So the first thing that we are going to do is click in and then edit this button. And in here, instead of get in touch, we are going to change this to say view our Amazon list. And then we actually need to link this over to Amazon. But first of all, let's go through and set this up through Amazon registry so that we can create our list. To do this, we just want to open up a new tab here at the top and search for Amazon registry. From the Google search results, we are then going to see Amazon registry and gifting. This top option should be the country that you are located in, and there is no difference between how we set this up country to country. It's all the same. So we just click into that top option, and what you want to do is make sure that you are signed in to your Amazon account. And if you don't have an Amazon account, you can create one right here. Once you have signed in or created your Amazon account, what we then need to do is go right here to create a registry or gift list. And then we can choose the occasion. So of course, this is going to be a wedding. So let's select wedding. And in here, we can start setting this up. So we add the first name of the partner. So this is going to be Harry Smith. And the partner's name is going to be Bella Mason. We can then click on continue once that is filled out. And then we select the wedding date, and we can also add a guest count, but this is optional. So let's first start out with the wedding date. We can go to December 2025 and set this up. And then for the guest count, I'm going to leave this. This is just going to pick the right amount of gifts based on your guest count. So I'm just going to leave this blank and then click continue. We can then choose the address where these gifts are going to be shipped. So make sure that you have this set up in Amazon. We can also go through and create a new address if you would like. And then we have 2 different options. This first is going to allow gifts to be shipped to my address from all sellers. And essentially what this means is that a lot of items shipped on Amazon do not come from Amazon themselves. They are like third-party sellers that sell on Amazon. Sometimes, as it says right here, if you allow Amazon to share your gift registry shipping address, the third-party seller might disclose your address to a gift purchaser. So if this is like not friends or family strictly coming to your wedding, you might want to avoid this. But unless you're some like high-level person, I don't really see the point, so we can turn this on. We then also have the option to let gift givers send additional gifts not included on the registry. We can leave this on or off and then click continue. Finally, we have registry privacy, so we can set this to private, so only you and your partner can see this. Shareable, so only people with the shared link can view, or this is public and anybody can view this on Amazon.com. We want to set this to shareable because we will be adding a link to this button right here. So we go shareable and then click on create. And once that has been created, we now want to start browsing Amazon for the wedding gifts that you would like. So we could go up and let's say that we want to add a Nespresso machine right here. We could say Nespresso machine. We just want to search this on regular Amazon, by the way. Don't go down here. I don't recommend this option. It's not as efficient. We just want to browse Amazon like normal. And let's say that we want this Nespresso machine. All we have to do is click into the product that you would like. And then over on this right-hand side, we can see add to wedding registry. So we just add this right here. This is now added to the wedding registry. And then we can just go through and browse Amazon like normal and add as many things to this as you would like. Let's also add a blender to this list. So we can go add to wedding registry. And then once you have all of the gifts added right here, what we then want to do is click on view wedding registry. So add all of your gifts and then click on view right here. And this is what your registry will look like. So you can go in, you can update this cover photo, but I don't really see the point. And down here, your guests will be able to see the products. They will be able to see which products have already been purchased. And we have everything set up here. So all we need to do to link this to the website is go up to share in this top right corner. And then right here, we have this registry URL. So all we need to do is copy this right here. Go back over to your website builder. Then we can click on the button and click on edit button. And then all we are going to do is where it says link to right here. We make sure this is on web address and then we just paste that registry link in. Make sure this is on open in new tab. Make sure this is on. And we now have that all set up. So we can now save the website right here and make sure everything is saved. And we now have that set up. The final thing that we need to do is just edit this logo right here that currently says Josh and Anna. So we can click into this and then right here it says use AI to create a unique logo. We want to do this, so we just click in and that will take us to a new page. From here, we want to flick this over to create yourself. I don't recommend creating this with AI because with AI, they just give you a logo rather than text, which is what we need. Then in here, we just want to make this simple. So I'm just going to change this logo to say Harry and Bella, just like this. We can then choose the font recommendations. So I'm going to go with this font right here, and then we can download this. Then all we need to do is go back over to Hostinger, click into the logo that is already there, and we can replace this image. We just upload our file. And right now this is unsupported. Okay, so this is because it's a zip file. So we just click into the file and make sure this is unzipped. And now we will be able to upload this. Perfect. Now we have that logo. And the absolute final thing that we need to do on the website is just go down here to the footer section. And we can change this to say Harry and Bella. And then change the date at the bottom to 2025. Now the website is entirely done. So we can just go up and click on save. And then we go live. So we click go live right here. And as you can see, the website is now live. we have harryandbella.com. So we can click on view site, and all we now need to do is tell our friends and family to go to this website, harryandbella.com. Now, if you get this issue, which basically says the site can't be reached, don't worry about this. This can be very panic inducing, but basically the reason for this is because we have just created the website and the domain still needs to propagate and connect to the website. So don't worry about this. Just give this about 5 minutes. So I just waited about 3 minutes right there, and then I just refreshed the website and this now loads in. I remember there was a video that I created once as a web builder tutorial and I forgot to mention this, and there was so many people panicking in the comments. So just keep in mind that you do have to wait 5 minutes for this website to load in. But to test this out, we can go over to the RSPV page, and then in here, we can now fill this in. So I'm going to fill this in with my details. So we can go Riley, enter in the email, and then a message. Let's say I'm coming. And then once that is filled in, our guests can submit this. Let's test out the email function. And as you can see, if I now load in to my email, I have this message right here that says harryandbella.com, you have a new message. So we can click in and we can see the RSPV form that our guest just filled out. What we can also do is if we go back into the hosting editor, we can now open up the more settings, and we can also view this in form submissions. One submission, we can view the list and we can see all of the information. So all of this is working correctly. Let's now go back to home and we can go down. We can see our story and the Our Story page right here. We can view the itinerary and we can see the itinerary page that has been set up. So now that has been set up, we might also want to go back and add a registry button onto the website. So we can either add this right here. I think this is probably the best place to add this. So let's scoot the RSPV form over. And then all we are going to do is add a new element, grab a button and just drag this in and put this right here. Now we can see the buttons are different colors. So let's go to edit button and then style. And we want to change the fill color to the same color as this. So we can just click along and find the exact color. Perfect. We can then click into this and edit the button and we can say registry. And then what we are going to do is link this to the registry page. So we go page, registry, and we now have that set up. The final thing that we can test is the registry. So let's click on the registry button and then go down and view our Amazon list. And just like that, we are now going to be taken over to this page where we can add to cart and our guests can now purchase this for the couple. So that is how you can create a wedding website. If you found this video valuable, all I ask is that you tap that like button and smash that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.